Welcome to the home of the DIY movement, where we build stuff and paint things.
Alright folks, welcome back. Today is Monday, June 16th, 2025. Switching gears today, going from working on the 62 to putting a little bit of time in the Cadillac. What I got here is a 15-inch Nardi or a 390 millimeter polished center. I went with an aftermarket adapter from Forever Sharp. You can get them on eBay. Basically, I think it's kind of a universal deal. 3-bolt, and then I had to get the horn, I guess, adapter or reducer so the horn button will fit. I got this on Amazon for $13, and it came within 2 days. So I think that's the best place to get it. I bought the steering wheel. Shout out to Jeff from USO. He kind of advised me on the best route or the best place to get these things and save a little bit of money. Got the steering wheel from MrSteeringWheel.com, I believe. I can link the website in the description. But it appeared he had the best prices and free shipping, if I recall right. And the aftermarket is the cheapest way to go about getting an adapter. And it's nice. It's polished aluminum. This is chrome plated. This is polished aluminum, and then the horn button is actually, you know, a Nardi. Came with a sock, came with a brochure, and came with a sticker that I already used. Putting it on the 94. Never done this before, so you guys are going to be learning. Actually, I did do it a long time ago, man. Probably, 15 years ago. So I'm going to have to kind of relearn. First order of business is disconnect the battery, so the airbag doesn't trigger somehow and take your teeth out. I believe there's 4 screws in the back of this airbag, and that should come out. So let me get going, bring you guys back. Alright, so we got the airbag assembly out, and I believe it's a 3.5 Allen head. I don't know, but my little kit could be here out of place. Something close to that though. It's acting like it's a 3.5. It's better off to use a socket. It might be a 4 to use a ratchet, because if it's never been taken apart, they got some, you know, some torque on them. Then you just push this little retainer thing, and this brings out the horn contact, which I'm gonna have to put back and probably splice. And then it's just a little button you push right here to unplug the airbag, which is this wire. So the Allens are under here, but they don't come all the way out. I was sitting here cranking it, waiting for it to come loose, and it didn't. It's like a clock system. So you just keep turning them, and then you kind of pry out a little bit, and it releases. So now I'm gonna take this nut off, and I imagine I'm gonna need a steering wheel puller, which I have. Let me get this nut off, bring you guys back. All right, so here's my steering wheel puller. Looks like these 2 bolts are fine thread. I'm not sure on the size, but you can rent a kit at AutoZone or O'Reilly, and it comes with an assortment of fine thread and coarse thread bolts. And so all you do is crank this down, and hopefully this thing comes off. You probably should put some washers on there, but I don't have any on hand. I'm gonna do this off camera and bring you guys back. Alright, so the steering wheel's off. Used my steering wheel puller, and I used the 1/2-inch Milwaukee impact, so it's kind of tough trying to wrench it. Impact, 2 hits of the impact, and the thing came right off. So it's the airbag wire. I don't see a need for this anymore, so I've been advised to just go ahead and cut it. And looking at the kit, looking at the aftermarket kit, it came with an assortment of stuff. So I have a new horn contact assembly here, so we don't have to take the one off the old steering wheel. Not sure what all this is. I don't really see the need for it. Pretty sure those go there. So I think we have some extra stuff. So I'm going to cut that airbag wire, start assembling it back up. Alright, so at first glance here, it looks like it has a little route here to reroute the horn wire from there to come out over there. All right, time out. That ring spacer is very important. That ring spacer is going to go between the hub adapter and the chrome cover. If you don't use that, the chrome cover is going to rub your steering column. When you put the spacer in, it spaces it out so it doesn't rub the steering column. Here's a picture with the ring spacer installed. It clears the steering column. No rubbing. This goes on like that. Then the horn wire comes out, goes through there, and then everything is held on with the same original steering column bolt, and then the steering wheel screws into that. So it looks pretty straightforward. Go ahead and hook the horn wire up and get everything excuse me, lined up and bolted up. Alright, here we are. Got both pieces bolted on at the same time. It's held on by 3 bolts here, and then the main nut. And I ran a little extension. I actually used the original ascent horn wire off of the original steering wheel, so I cut it off that. And then I also had to trim the plastic. It's like this but bigger on the original. Had to cut that down to size. And now I'm gonna put the steering wheel on and see how it looks. So there it is. It's all done. So that horn button reducer goes between the adapter and the steering wheel. And you bolt the steering wheel on, then you pop this little cover on, and then you plug your horn up, and we're in business. Overall, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Just had to kind of figure it out again. I hadn't done this in a long time. Actually, I think the last time I used my steering wheel puller was when I put a Nardi in another Cadillac I had. Anyways, glad I went with the 15-inch 390. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and find it useful. Thanks for watching. Steering wheel totally changes the driving experience of the Cadillac. I'm glad I bought it. I recommend buying a real one.